steering wheel, and column. The purpose of the steering wheel and column is to produce the necessary force to turn the steering gear. The exact type of steering wheel and column depends upon the year and the car manufacturer. The steering column, also called a steering shaft, relays the movement of the steering wheel to the steering gear. Major parts of the steering wheel and column are shown in this figure. The steering wheel is used to produce the turning effort. The lower and upper covers conceal parts. The universal joints rotate at angles. Support brackets are used to hold the steering column in place. Assorted screws, nuts, bolt pins, and seals are used to make the steering wheel and column perform correctly. Since 1968, all steering column to fold into itself upon impact. This feature prevents injury to the driver. In most vehicles equipped with a driver's side airbag, the airbag assembly is contained in the center portion of the steering wheel. This assembly must be disarmed and removed before the steering wheel can be removed. Differences in steering wheel and column designs include fixed column, telescoping column, tilt column, manual transmission, floor shift, and automatic transmission column shift. The tilt columns feature at least 5 driving positions, which are 2 up, 2 down, and a center position. Both fixed and tilt columns may house an emergency warning flasher control, a turn signal switch, ignition key, lights, both high and low beams, horn, windshield wipers, and washers, and an anti-theft device that locks the steering system. On automatic transmission-equipped vehicles, the transmission linkage locks also. Methods used to lock the shaft to the tube include a breakaway plastic capsule, or a series of inserts, or steel balls, held in a plastic retainer that allow the shaft to roll forward inside the tube. There are also collapsible steel mesh, or accordion-pleated devices that give way under pressure. After the vehicle has been in an accident, the steering column should be checked for evidence of collapse. Although the car can be steered with a collapsed column that has been pulled back, the collapsed portion must be replaced. All service manuals provide explicit instructions for doing this. The steering wheel is usually held in place on the steering column by either a bolt or nut. When the blocked tooth on the steering gear input shaft is in the 12 o'clock position, the front wheels should be in the straight ahead position, and the steering wheel spokes in their normal position. If the spokes are not in their normal position, they can be adjusted by changing the toe adjustment. This adjustment can be made only when the steering indexing mark is aligned with the steering column indexing marks. As a rule, indexing teeth or mating flats on the wheel hub and steering shaft prevent misindexing of these components. The alignment of the notches on the steering wheel hub and steering shaft confirm correct orientation. Steering damper. The purpose of a steering damper is simply to reduce the amount of road shock that is transmitted up through the steering column. Steering dampers are found mostly on four-wheel drive, especially those fitted with large tires. The damper serves the same function as a shock absorber, but is mounted horizontally to the steering linkage, one end to the center link, the other to the frame.